Welcome to the Fearless Conversation. I'm MeKael Black.
I'm Stephen Peppers.
And thank you for joining us for this conversation. Today, we're going to have fun and we're just going to talk and share. Stephen's going to share with us some of his experiences dealing with fear and comedy and just going to get on into it. Okay? So you ready?
Even if y'all got questions for me, man, I'm willing to answer them, man.
Okay.
Let's shout them out, man. I answer your questions. I will.
Yeah. You know, the Fearless Conversation, this whole conversation started because of my children's book, The Fearless Princess and What Will A-Tab Play Today? So these conversations are inspired by these books. And The Fearless Princess is about a little girl. She is faced with a lot of common fears that children are faced with, and even grown-ups are faced with, like sleeping alone in the dark, trying new things. But she overcomes those fears with the help of her family and her faith in God. And she uses her words and faith to help her overcome fear. But not just any words, the words of God. Yeah. And so we're going to get into this conversation. Before we get deep into it, I want to introduce you to some people who may not know you. Right. A few years ago, about 5 years ago, our family had the wonderful opportunity to go on to Family Feud in Hollywood. And Stephen joined us, and a lot of people didn't know that Stephen is my cousin. They always, when they see me, they say, "How's your uncle? Where's your uncle?" And they didn't know because we didn't have an opportunity to introduce ourselves like everyone else. As soon as Steve Harvey came out on the stage, him and Stephen locked eyes, and it was over. They went on had a little comedy show, and they joked and joked and joked. So, Stephen, my question to you is, how did it feel to have one of the kings of comedy laughing so hard that he actually went down on one knee and was laughing?
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Well, it felt good, in a sense, but it felt good because I really wasn't trying to be funny. I was really just trying to being me, being myself. And so, but it felt good to hear somebody on that level of comedy like Steve Harvey to say, "Hey, man, you got a gift.
Yeah.
You're a funny guy," and kind of encouraged me to continue comedy.
Yeah.
Even after the show, he was like, "Hey, man," he kept pushing me. "Hey, you need to start a YouTube. You need to do this. You need to do that. Because, man, you got a gift. You're funny." It felt good.
That's awesome.
It felt good. So, I can't take nothing from that. I mean, that's like one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah.
Besides being a follower of Jesus Christ, that's probably one of my biggest highlights.
Yeah, because who else can put on their resume, "I made Steve Harvey laugh." Yeah. And if you haven't seen it, you can see a clip of Stephen on YouTube. If you put in on YouTube, "Stephen makes Steve Harvey laugh," it should pop up with 4.3 million views.
Is it 4.3 million?
4.3 million. I checked today before we got on. 4.3 million
I didn't
views.
even know that.
Yep.
I didn't even know that.
Yep. Well, Stephen, I remember Robin Williams. I don't know if some of you know, he's a comedian, and Mrs. Doubtfire, that's a famous role he was famous for playing. Yeah. And I remember hearing him say a certain quote, and that quote kind of stuck with me for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I'm going to read the quote to you. Okay. It says, "I think the saddest people always try their hardest to make people happy because they know what it feels like. They know what it feels like to feel absolutely worthless, and they don't want anybody else to feel like that." Can you relate to that?
I can really relate to that. That's probably one of the realest, truest statements I think I've ever heard about being a comedian and trying to be who you are. Me growing up as a kid, I was always the chubby guy. I was never a popular kid. I wasn't never the kid the girls like run after. I wasn't that guy. I was just, it was like when I got older, when stuff like that stuff. And then it seemed like I almost had to do bad stuff in order for people to be attracted to me.
Wow.
You know, so like selling the drugs and you know, all that type of stuff. And I don't know, it's just like when I got older, you know, things happen. But I always felt like I had a how can I say it? I felt I wasn't a sad kid growing up. I wasn't what you call a sad kid or depressed or anything. Cause you know, me and my brother was real close and we was tight, but, it was like going to school.
Yeah.
You know, people would try to tease me. My way, you know, they would tease me about my weight or this, that, or just whatever. My way of getting back at them was I knew how to roast people.
Oh.
Like I was good at it.
Okay.
Like I can roast them really, really good. I don't care how popular you were. You could have been on the football team, the wrestling team, swim team, whatever, how popular you thought you were. I'll break you down in front of your girl. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was. I was just that cold. And they'd be laughing so hard. Then that's how I kind of came to be this popular kid in school because I was so good at roasting folks. You know, I could just do it. But deep inside, me not being able to get the girls, me not being a popular kid, me not, you know, really a sports, playing a lot of sports. You know, I did my best at it, you know, but it could get kind of lonely. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you ain't really got the girls liking you like that, you know, and then I was kind of like so my thing was to make people laugh, you know, joking all the time, being the class clown and things like that, because you know you want some attention, but that you never get. Yeah. And so I would do whatever it took for me to get that attention. If I had to clown in class, and I don't know, I know I was gonna get in trouble for it, especially with my mama, because Jesus, I mean, that woman there, man, I mean, when she whooped us for getting in trouble in school. Like she'll whoop us, like let's say we got in trouble that Friday, she whoop us Friday, but the cry don't come out till Saturday. You know, like she, and she still yelling, I wish you would cry. I wish you would holler. I beat your, you know, and back then she wasn't saved like she is now. So she was saying me and my brother didn't even know how real names until we got grown. we always thought we was a cuss word names, you know, so we were MFs and some of them D's, and until we got grown. I said, you mean to tell me my name is Steven? And then, your name, Aaron? You know, we didn't know. I used to wake him up, hey, mother, get up. It's time to go to school. I thought that was his name, you know. But yeah, just doing comedy kind of was it was like a stress reliever for me. Doing comedy was sort of like a it brought me joy, and to see other people laugh made me happy to see other people laugh, because it made me feel like, okay, maybe I am funny, maybe I am, you know, somebody that can bring joy. I remember a time when I was in Chicago, this lady, I called her my godmother. Her name was Inez White. And she would always say I made her day, because I would come over there and have her laughing so hard. She'd be down and out. Yeah. And she'd say, oh man, you made my day, man. You made me feel good. I had a lot of people come to me tell me, man, you know, I was feeling this way. Here's the crazy thing. I remember on we did Family Feud. I remember somebody inboxing me and they said, man, me and my wife hadn't talked in years. Wow. You know, we was on the verge of divorcing, this, that, and the other. Then we saw y'all episode of Family Feud. I think I still have that message on my phone right now. I saved it. And he said, and that was the first time we laughed in years. Wow. Because of watching that show. I had a guy inbox me who was thinking about killing himself, suicide. Inbox me after watching Family Feud and said, man, I was about to do it. Wow. That's huge. He said, but I saw you on the show and I laughed so hard. He said, it just brought me so much joy.
Glory to God.
And I ministered to this guy. Just texting. I didn't even know who he was. I just ministered to this guy, and he was like, I told him, man, it ain't worth dying for, man. Whatever it is, it ain't worth dying for. Because I know I felt that way. Me and you've talked about this. I felt this way. I felt like I wanted to give up some days. I felt like I just, I felt that way before.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I can't sit here, because if I'm gonna be on this interview and I'm gonna talk to y'all, I'm gonna be so transparent and relational with y'all, and I'm gonna keep it 100% real, but in a godly, classy way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've thought about like ending my life.
Yeah.
I've thought about like, man, I don't want to live no more.
Yeah.
All that stuff coming in my head. But having somebody like my wife, you, just good people that come in your life and say, hey man, it ain't worth it. Whatever you got going on in life, it ain't worth you leaving here, because hey, you got people that care about you. I got to think about my grandkids. I think about my wife. I think about my brothers, my mom, and but sometimes I have felt like what Robin Williams was talking about. I felt worthless.
Yeah.
But
you know what, Stephen? Just hearing you talk, it makes me think of so many different things. For one, Robin Williams, he was a funny guy.
Right.
He was so funny, but yet he was so sad.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the enemy will come in and try to steal your purpose, steal your gift, and cut your life short because you have a calling on your life. You have gifts and a purpose for your life. But what the enemy wants, he wants to cut that short. He doesn't want you to walk in your gift. He doesn't want you to use your purpose. And I heard you say you did these things. You were sad. You sold drugs. You did these bad things. You had to act bad in order for people to like you, to get people to like you.
Yep.
But if you think about some of the people in the Bible who had troubled past, like Moses.
Yeah.
He in a fit of anger killed the Egyptian. You think about David.
Yeah.
He was an adulterer and then plotted to kill the man's wife.
Yeah.
Rahab, prostitute. But now she's an ancestor of Jesus. So you have to think about, even though you've been through some things, God still has a purpose for your life. And a gift, you have gifts and talents for him to use for his glory. Yeah. And you cannot let the enemy stop you from using your gift and walking in your purpose that God has called you to do.
And that's one of the reasons why I hadn't did comedy in months.
Really?
Yeah, because the last show I did, which I think was at the LTL Center, I had somebody heckle me. I had never been heckled before. You know what I'm saying? But I had just started, my joke. When you're doing comedy, you gotta kind of set the joke up. Yeah. I was setting it up, and I didn't even get a chance to set it up before they started like heckling me. Yeah. It ain't funny. You ain't this, blah, blah, just saying, And I really didn't realize I heard them saying it, but I didn't really clearly understand what they were saying until I went back and looked at a video somebody posted, and I said, oh, wow. Yeah. So it kind of discouraged me, and I was like, you know what, I'm done.
But you know what? You're going to have people it doesn't, you're not for them. Yeah. Some people, everybody will not be for you.
Right.
Everybody will not, there'll be some people in your audience that just won't get your jokes.
And I'm not the kind of comedy. No, I don't do comedy where I had to feel like I had to curse all the time. I don't want to curse. I don't want to curse. I don't want to have to say nothing that's going to like demean somebody, hurt somebody, or make them feel bad. Yeah. If I want to talk about somebody, I'm just gonna be me. Yeah. And then if you can relate to what I'm saying, then fine. But I don't. It's just me.
And I personally think that's when you're flowing in your element the most, is when you are just being you. You're being who God created you to be. And so you just letting it flow. And that's why I think Steve Harvey was able to connect with you, because you were just being you.
Right. Just being myself. I wasn't even trying to be funny. I was just being myself. But being funny can sometimes have some favor in your life. Because I'm gonna tell you, when MeKael and them was in LA, y'all had went to eat with your grandfather, and I wind up staying behind.
Yeah.
Well, I went to you remember they had a restaurant in there, and I went to that restaurant, man. And I had them people cracking up laughing so hard, man. But the hamburger, look, just one burger. I don't know what kind of meat they had in there, but it had to be ground beef. But it was $25. I know that much. It was $25. That's without the fries and the drink.
Wow.
And I'm like, geez, man, $25. So I started cracking up jokes about it and making people laugh in the restaurant. So they paid for my burger and fries, my drink, and all that stuff, man.
Wow.
And they thought I was somebody famous because I had them laughing so hard. And I'm like, I'm just a regular dude. I'm not famous, because I had on a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. That's all I had on in the restaurant. They cracked up laughing, and then they bought my burger and fries and everything.
What they say, your gift will make room for you.
Ooh, talk about it.
And it
talk
did,
about it. It made room for me and my stomach. Me and my stomach was happy. I'm trying to tell you, man, we was doing it up in there, man. So they had us, so that happens,
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I think a lot of comedy, me being a comedian, and it I think because you felt sad inside. True, I did feel sad inside a lot growing up. I really felt like I was not, because my brother now, he was real popular guy, and girls loved him. They loved him. But me, I had to work for it. Yeah. He didn't really have to work for it like that. He could dance. He doing all this party round stuff, getting down, all that. I couldn't dance. When you fat, you can't dance. It was like he was Houdini and I was with the fat boy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, that's how it was. I had to learn how to beatbox, all that kind of stuff to get girls' attention. But he could dance. He could do all that. They loved him, man. Yeah. But me, it was rough.
Yeah.
Rough on me.
Look, it's okay, because you got a beautiful wife now. So
man, come on now.
Yeah.
Girl, no, she pretty.
Yeah, so it worked out.
I told her this morning how good she was. I said, girl, you look like, girl, you better come on now.
So Stephen, you being a comedian, how has faith played a part in your comedy?
Faith has played a lot in my comedy, because when I do comedy shows, I always sometimes at the end of my shows, I like to give my testimony. I like to, like give them a word from the Lord. Like, for instance, I may say something like, look, if you had a good time tonight, hey, give me a hand clap, I'll say something like hand clap of praise, something like that. Then I'll go and say something like, hey, look, if you having a bad day, if you having some death in the family, whatever that, and I made you laugh, I made you feel good today, give God the glory, because you was here for a reason.
Yeah.
You came to a show where, that you didn't have to listen to a lot of profanity, you didn't have to listen to a lot of nasty talk, this, that, and other, and you still enjoyed yourself, you still laugh, and then I try to encourage them at my shows, encourage the people, hey, look, it ain't always gonna be down and out, you're gonna have some sunny days too. I try to just encourage people in my, and so I use the faith that I have in God to build other people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? To build my audience up, to let them know, hey, I love you, and it's other people out here that love you too.
Yeah.
I hope y'all enjoy the show, blah, 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 and I just always try to encourage them. So I always try to implement God in everything I do.
That's
what I'm saying? Everything I do.
That's good. So. Well, this is the fearless conversation.
Yeah.
So I had to get to this. Has fear impacted your career at all when it comes to comedy?
Yes.
In what ways?
Yes. My wife get on me a lot about it, because she knows I'm afraid. See, fear kicks in because I've done shows where people just laughed and it was just really, and then I want the next show to be the same way, and it don't be the same way. Yeah. And I'm like, but I used this joke at the last place I was at,
and it worked.
And so I don't know. So you have to kind of feel your audience out, I guess, before you get in there. I remember doing a show in Hattiesburg, and man, it was all these top-notch, uppity ministers and preachers. They were like these uppity type of people, man. Then you had these people, I guess they were officials in government. they was all there, and I'm sitting up here doing these jokes, and I'm doing these clean jokes. Right now, mind you, the host, he was saying a lot of funny stuff, but he was kind of a little provocative with his, and this at a church function. I'm like,
wow, church.
And I'm kind of like, what? You know, I would name the church, but I ain't gonna do y'all like that.
I
ain't gonna do y'all like that. But I'm like, but I'm like, man, you know, I can't be like him. I can't go up there and do that. So when I got up there to do my joke, it wasn't funny like that. Like to them, like, you know, because I wasn't really saying horrible stuff like he kind of was. And then, and they even had a gospel singer. Now I know this dude, he was really off the chain, and he was singing these gospel songs. I mean, he was blowing it, and they wasn't feeling them.
Wow,
they was not feeling them. But when this other guy got up there and he playing and singing and playing, and then they was playing all this old school music like Frankie Bell and the May. Well, then they was turned out. They was down for that.
Yeah.
But I was like, wait a minute, we had a church function, you know, and I couldn't get it, you know. So that was a bad show for me.
Yeah.
I had another bad show. This was kind of funny though, but it was bad and funny at the same time. I did a show, and I think it was my sister-in-law that had me come do this show, man, in front of these folks. They couldn't speak no English. They couldn't speak. They were all Hispanic. I'm still just going off. And all the people that laughed, like 2 or 3 people, because they could speak English a little bit. And I did one of my Jesus jokes, and the bishop there sitting up there like looking at me like, yeah, I wish you would say one more word about my Jesus. You out of here, boy. You know, because he was really just like, he would get upset. I'll never forget that day, man.
Yeah.
That was one of the most funniest, embarrassing moments of my life, man, when you doing jokes in front of people that can't speak English.
Wow.
You know, I'm just up there pouring my heart out, man. Yeah. They just was not feeling it. I think I'm seeing Shauna remember that day, because she might remember that. But that was funny.
But you know, those times, those instances they come to bring fear. You know, have you thinking, oh, well, I messed up here. Now, how does this next show go? That fear comes, but you gotta be like the fearless prince. You gotta speak the word. You know, God is giving you this gift, and it may not have been you. From the way it sounded like it was the crowd, and not you. Right. So you can't let fear hold you back from doing what God has called you to do, and even trying new things with your comedy.
And I've been turning down shows recently. I've been turning them down because I just that fear of getting up there, and if it go wrong, I don't know, where my mindset gonna be from there. You know, like, is this really what I should be doing, or whatever?
Well, that's what fear does. It calls you to question yourself. Right. Okay, is this my calling? Did God really call me to do this? So you have to be so confident in who God called you to be that when those thoughts come, you know it's a lie. See, like, if, let's say I'm around my family members or something, I can be funny. I can just, I can let loose, because I'm not getting paid to do it. I'm not, forced to do it. You know, I'm just being myself and free. But when I'm on stage and I have to be funny and I have to, do this because I'm getting paid to do it and all this, then it gets challenging. Yeah. It gets a little tough. Yeah. And so I think that's my problem. I think once you figure that out, work your way around that, the sky's the limit for you, because it's there. God has given you that gift. It's there.
And it's probably more my fault that folks probably just gave up on me and say, you know what, we just ain't gonna call. I had a call recently to do a show, and I wound up turning it down. Maybe I should have did it. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I just didn't have enough time to think on it. You know what I mean? Yep. And so, but it's probably my fault if I'm not getting calls right now. And I'm cool with it. And in a sense, I'm cool with it.
I know you cool with it, because you don't want to face that fear. Right. But like Minister Big said, you have to take authority over that. You have to take authority over that, because look, do you understand the power in laughter?
And Bible talks about it.
Yeah, I'm going to call you Dr. Peppers from here on out. Dr. Peppers, because you know why? Because a merry heart does good like medicine.
Wow.
And just hearing you say what you said earlier, how this man said they hadn't laughed in years. One man on the verge of suicide.
Yeah.
And
true.
Hearing your jokes on TV saved his life.
Yeah.
You're Dr. Peppers.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. That's probably two of the. I've had a lot of people send me messages on, during that time. But those two stood out the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those two stood out the most. So yeah. Family Feud was a blessing.
Yeah.
So, cause it got all of us exposure, you know what I'm saying? Cause look at it, I'm doing comedy. I'm not kind of like where you at right now, cause you done did your book and you do a lot of TikTok stuff, and that's good. I love that. People, you keep yourself out there, but I should have been doing the same thing. I should have been. My wife was trying to push me to do it. You even try to push me to continue to do it, but I think I'm gonna get back into it.
Yeah.
I talked to my wife, and I think I'm gonna start off doing Deacon Willisey. Probably do him.
Yeah.
And start from there. Just trying to build my confidence back up in it, because I lost a lot of confidence in my comedy.
Yeah.
And
with comedy, I don't know anything about comedy, but I imagine it being a tough occupation, because you do have to deal with diverse crowds. You do have to deal with the boos and the hecklers and the crowds just staring you at your face, and you think you're funny and they're just staring at you. So you do have to have tough skin, and you have to know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what you've been called to do. And when you know that, and when you get that confidence built up, that won't stop you.
See, and then they be laughing down at me because I be booing me or whatever. And I be want to go back to 1991, Steve, when the Chronic album was #1 on the charts. But that'll hurt me now because both of these hips need to be replaced. So all they got to do is just push me one good time. I'm done. Time out, man. You ain't got to keep hitting on me, man. I said I quit.
Yeah.
I quit.
But you know what, Stevie, from what you said earlier, you've been built for this. You went through it earlier on in life.
Yeah.
When you was teased, you were talked about, but you bounced back.
Yeah.
And people found you funny.
And we went and see me and Eric, when we got to high school, we went to different schools. So I dealt with a lot of stuff at my school that he didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Because he was at a whole different school. So I had to deal with a lot of stuff, man, because people was always trying to tease me. But then when I learned how to, come back at them, it was they ain't do fool with me no more like that.
So what advice would you give a comedian, someone who wants to get into comedy? Especially like Christian comedy, clean comedy.
Yeah. This is the advice I would give them. I'll give them the same advice that people give me. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't be like me. Don't quit. Just keep pushing, because you're not gonna always win the crowd.
Yeah.
You're not gonna always win the crowd. So keep pushing. If you want to do clean comedy, do clean comedy. Don't let nobody move you here or try to say, hey, I need you to kind of spice it up a little bit. No, you stay where you at.
Yeah.
Because if God got you this for, He's gonna take you even further.
Yeah.
You trust in Him, not men.
Yeah.
Trust in them, because sometimes I remember when we did Family Feud, and I remember getting phone calls from all over the place.
Wow.
Man. I'm talking about like California, New York, Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow.
Folks this was like actually it was inboxing a lot. And so they wanted me to do stuff, shows, and that I think COVID was a curse. And I also think it was a blessing, because just think if COVID didn't hit. See, what happened was, when COVID had hit, remember people couldn't go outside. You couldn't do nothing. Folks, you couldn't go nowhere. I think at one point they even had like a curfew. You had to be in at a certain time, and all this. It had all this fear, putting all this fear in people up with COVID. And so when COVID came, it kind of messed up where I could have been. You get what I'm saying? Because people was calling. People wanted me to come do shows with them and all this type of stuff. And then COVID hit, folks, and the calls stopped.
Oh, wow.
The calls and stuff, they stopped. Nobody called, came after me no more because everybody was focused on COVID. So now I'm, cause mind you now, we did Family Feud 2019. 2020, right? In the 19 up into 2020, COVID hit.
Yeah.
And the world changed.
Yeah.
Nobody was trying to do anything. Everybody was, even the Hollywood people, they was doing stuff on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever. They weren't even going out doing concerts or TV shows, nothing because of COVID. So COVID kind of messed up a lot for Hollywood. What you think it was going to do for me?
Yeah.
It messed me up too. So I didn't get that opportunity to, to show my talent.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I can't start now.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my wife, I thank her so much because she always tried to encourage me to keep going and keep doing it, but I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm really scared to do comedy.
Stop saying that.
But I'm being like I remember I said I was gonna be transparent.
Okay.
I was gonna be relational.
Okay.
And I was gonna tell you the truth. I am really afraid to step on the stage and do comedy.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I'm afraid.
I would have never thought that about you.
I'm scared to do it.
So when you was in front of Steve Harvey, were you afraid then?
I wasn't afraid because the reason why I wasn't afraid to do it then because I was in the moment.
Okay.
And the fear wasn't there. I mean, I was like, I'm here. Might as well do it. Might as well just be me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just have fun. That's all that's coming in my head. Not being nervous on the show like her.
Yeah, I was nervous. I wasn't fearless then.
She wasn't fearless then. She was nervous.
The fearless person came about yet. I was struggling.
So I wasn't nervous. I really wasn't nervous because Dorian can tell you this. Y'all know. We was backstage. We was acting a fool.
Yeah.
I was clowning back there. Remember? I had the folks back there laughing, rolling. And then Gabby, the producer for Family Feud, she came. She was like, man, I was getting makeup on. She walked up to me in my ear and she said, Steven, she said, I'm going to tell you this. Don't be surprised when you start getting a lot of phone calls.
Wow.
She said, don't be surprised. People are going to call you.
And they did.
And they did.
Wow.
They called and they wanted to work with me and COVID came.
Wow.
She said, Steve, no, nobody knew COVID was coming. And she said, Steve, don't be surprised. She said, it's going to be a lot of people looking to call you. I did interviews, for Fox and did, interviews for other radio stations and local stations, stuff like that. And then all that slowed down when COVID hit. So
COVID took over.
So COVID.
You never know, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
So, but my encouragement to you is what you said to the people. Keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
I'm have to.
In the kingdom of God, we all have a function.
Yeah.
And my function may be totally different from your function.
Right.
But when we're all working in our proper function, then that's when God gets all the glory.
That's right.
His purpose and his plans are taking place in this earth for the kingdom of God. Right. So use your function, operate in your function, in your purpose and your gift.
And I think if I don't know, if people want me to get back out there and do comedy, man.
It's not up to the people.
Well, it ain't up to the people, but still, I don't know. I don't know, kid. Yeah. I just, like I said, I really need to start praying about that.
Yeah.
I really do. I really need to start really praying, Lord.
And building yourself up.
Yeah. And building myself up. Yeah. Because that fear is a monster, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, it really is a monster.
It's a liar. Fear is a liar.
Yeah, it is. And
it wants to steal and kill and destroy your purpose.
Fear is like, it has tentacles on it. And it's like it sticks to you and it's hard to pull it off sometimes because you won't let go. Yeah.
Yeah. And, people live in bondage to fear. They say, I'm free. But they enslaved to fear.
Yeah. And
So
it's just like when I see you doing all your TikTok stuff, I be like, man, she doing it. You know, and I'm happy for her. I'm proud. I'm like, that's my cuz. She doing her thing, man. You know, when she did the interview on Fox News, I was like, yeah, that's my cuz right now on Fox News. She ain't tell nobody, but she on there. She on there.
It happened quickly. That's why.
She on there. She might not have no more friends this year because she was on Fox News. Everybody said she Republican and all that, but she was on Fox News talking to the big shots. And I was happy for her. I was like, yes.
The door opened. The door opened and I walked through it.
You did. You did that.
Okay.
You did that.
It fell in my lap.
Tell the Lord thank you. Tell the Lord thank you.
It was an opportunity for me to reach families about screen time limits and just encouraging children to read and to encourage parents to limit those.
Well, let me ask you this then. Okay, before all this, after Family Feud, all this stuff, the thought of you saying, okay, I'm going to write a book. Did you have any kind of doubts, any kind of fear, anything? Did you have anything that was blocking your train of thought of not doing this?
Well, and I did, because my story is I woke up early one morning in the middle of the night with the words of this book. God gave me the words to the Fearless Princess book. And I didn't think that it was a book for everybody.
Right.
But after reading it to my family, they was like, yeah, you have to publish this book. And so what I did it without telling anybody, because I didn't want any outside influences saying, don't write it, or it's not that good, or I didn't want all those opinions. So I did it in faith.
In faith.
But yeah,
that's the word. That's it. In faith.
Do it.
And that's what I have to do with in faith. I can't do stuff on Steve.
Yeah.
I can't do stuff on my wife. I can't do stuff on nobody but faith.
Yeah.
I got to put my trust in the Lord on a lot of stuff that I do. And I think I was doing it at the beginning. And then I think what happened was I started thinking in my mind I wasn't as funny as I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. All that fear. Something came in my head and said, you ain't that funny.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know?
The enemy.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been a great conversation with Steven. Steven, before we leave, I have some of my almond flour brownies that I would like for you to. You want to taste some of it?
No. It's too healthy. It's healthy.
Yes, almond flour. Yeah. Almond flour.
No, we don't need that. No
sugar.
That's why Dorian ain't here now. He knew you was making them doggone brownies. That boy found a way to get to work, and he ain't coming home till them brownies is gone.
It's right here, Steve.
Wait, this it?
Yeah, right here. Get a little piece of it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All this healthy stuff. What if I lose weight? What if I lose weight if I bite this? And my wife probably like, you need to bite it then so you get some hip space and go back to work.
I took it out. I had it frozen in the freezer. I took it out for you. Hopefully it's going to defrost. You want to taste it? I'm
going to taste it. I'm going to taste it for you. I'm going to taste it for my cousin. This is healthy brownie. Any sugar in it?
A little honey. And a little monk fruit.
And monk fruit?
Yeah, monk fruit.
Okay, y'all. I'm going to try this brownie for her. And you see I got a little piece because all she do is cook healthy food. That's why them kids, man, be sneaking out this house at night. She don't even know it. Them kids be sneaking out the house at night with Doran, and they crank up the car and they be heading up to the Golden Chick and all kind of places eating real food. I'm gonna try this. Let me see. This stuff dries the powder house. I gotta get some water with it. So thank God I had this water. It's like eating dirt. It's nasty. I don't like it. Yeah, I told them. I know y'all looking at me like, why you say that? Because I told y'all I'm gonna be real and transparent with y'all. I told y'all. Yeah, I can't even swallow it. I hate it. Doran, I'm gonna be praying for you, boy. I'm gonna be praying for you, Doran.
It's not that bad, Steven.
It's the had them kids ate some? Have you gave them some yet? Mm-mm. Now, I want you to let them try it and tell them to call me.
Okay.
Tell me what they think about it.
All right.
Have Dorian tried it?
Nope.
Dorian, I want you to try it, Dorian. Listen, I'm getting up close. Try it. And then call me. As soon as you try it, you tell me what you think. Am I lying to you? If this stuff ain't dry and it tastes like mud, you know how we used to make mud pie when we were kids? And we try to eat a little bit of it, that's it. That's it right there. I don't even taste the honey. It's bitter.
It's dark chocolate with no monk fruit.
See, that's what I'm saying. Dark chocolate. You should have used regular Hershey. Some of this dark chocolate. Why you use regular Hershey?
Dark chocolate sweetened with monk fruit.
Just look. I'm gonna tell you something right now. He said, "I'm going to let her eat it." Now, doing she gonna want you to try it, man. Don't get no divorce over this. You better try it. Look, I'm looking over here at her table over here. She got avocados. All this healthy stuff up in here. That's why Dorian don't come home. The boy ain't coming to the house. He right now, I swear right now, he probably got him a kid's meal over there at McDonald's. I swear he done got one right now. He gonna make sure he's good and full. God, it's nasty, Kel. It's nasty. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gross. God,
gross.
Look.
Gross.
Yeah, it's gross.
Okay. Well, thank you for trying it anyway.
Y'all must have to have a beer with it. Yeah. Look, I just drunk the water. I still taste that stuff in my mouth. This nasty. I kid you not. This is gross. I can't believe you offered me this junk.
Steven, it's not that bad.
Good God Almighty. It tastes like, I don't know what it tastes bitter.
Yeah, it's dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate. Now, you put dark chocolate, and don't give my wife these. She probably watching. Look, don't you listen to her. Don't listen to Kel at all. Don't ever give me dark chocolate. You already know I ain't too crazy about chocolate anyway. But please, Dorian, whatever you do, don't let them kids or you eat it. Don't do it, Dorian. I'm telling you.
It's not that bad.
I mean, try a piece like she took. Leave this out. So, Dorian, see, look here. Look at this, y'all. It ain't even together like a brownie. It just all broke to pieces. It was so nasty, it didn't even want to stay together. They wanted to separate from each other. That's how nasty it is.
Steve, stop.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Okay, that's okay. They get the point. No, they get it.
I hope
they
so.
Understand. Okay.
Don't you ever make that stuff again.
Well,
and no more air fried chicken for the kids either. They tired of air fried chicken. They want their chicken dropped in grease. Them kids ain't had no greasy chicken and God knows when. Every time you turn around, she air frying that chicken. They tired of it. The kids done told me they tired of the air fried chicken that Kel sit up here cooking these kids. Air fried chicken and salad. Nobody want no air fried chicken and salad. They want macaroni and cheese, green beans with their chicken. Something. You talk about, hey, y'all want some green beans and air fried chicken. No.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with him.
I'm telling y'all, I'm sick of all that healthy stuff. That's another thing I'm tired of. I'm sick and tired of people that done lost weight, and then they want to come send me their keto recipes. I didn't ask for your keto recipes. I don't care about your keto recipes. Don't send them to me, cause you want to lose weight. You lose weight. I don't want to lose weight right now. I'm married. I ain't got to lose weight. I'm married. I got who I need in my life. But if I ain't wasn't married, I'd be trying to lose weight and be fine and all that. I ain't got to do that no more. I ain't got to be fine no more. I got to be fat and sloppy because I'm wet. I'm married.
I need to ask your wife about that.
No, don't ask her because she gonna disagree with me. It's okay to be fat. Kel out here skinny. Can wear anything. You can put remember, I remember back in the days, man, I used to buy them clothes they used to have back in the day, one size fits all. They didn't fit me. They didn't fit me. That was a lie. And I could have sold them, but I didn't do it. I was being nice. That was a lie. One size fits all. No, that never happened with me. Only thing that fit was the hats. That was it. Other than that, them clothes didn't fit. They ain't fit.
Steve, what you drinking?
Water.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Drinking water.
I got some Celtic salt for you to drink with that water too.
No, we don't. What is that?
You put the Celtic salt on your tongue and help send the water to your cells.
Look, y'all, I'm just gonna say this. I ain't never heard of Celtic salt. This is what she do. This is what she do. She eats. That's why she tried to cook during them some healthy potato salad. Who on God's green earth want healthy potato salad? You want that potato salad with real mayo?
I do have avocado mayo.
Avocado mayo. Nobody want that. She said, what kind of salt?
I'll send it to you.
Don't you accept it. Whatever she's sending you, don't
I'm gonna put it in the comments.
No. And here's another thing too. We had our family reunion recently. And so we were sitting up we were in the gym, we was in that little kitchen area that they have at the family reunion down at Roosevelt. And so they had chili dogs, they had hot dogs, all that kind of stuff. Kel didn't eat none of it, right? She didn't eat none. That's fine. But her husband and them kids ate them tater chips and stuff like that. Had never had tater chips in their lives, man. You just, how them kids eat them Doritos. They eat Doritos, Lay's, potato chips, not just plain Lay's. They had barbecue Lay's, all that good stuff. Candy, they were doing it all. And I told them kids, I said, eat all you can, because when you get home, you know y'all back on the healthy stuff. You know you back on it. That's why you think Dorian and Kel teeth is so white? See how white her teeth is? Look. Cause they eat healthy. Look at mine. Look at my teeth. Yellow as I don't know what. I drink coffee. See, you see how white her teeth is? Her gums is healthy. Look how this hair, look at that. See that? It's real. This ain't no weed. Let me see. No, ain't no tracks in there. That's real hair. You know why? Because she put healthy stuff in her hair, eat healthy foods and all that stuff. That's why my hair gone, because I didn't eat healthy. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. My hair never come back. As long as I can eat where I want to eat. I'm sick of it. These kids sitting here starving like this. Them kids, you should have seen how her kids was at the family reunion. Them kids eating like they have never ate Doritos in their life. They had ate all kinds of chocolates, and even her son just recently. Her mom had they had at their church, they had the what you call that?
Harvest Fest.
Harvest Fest. Yeah. And her son was there, and all the April kids was there. Them kids were so happy Kel wasn't there. You should have seen how happy them kids were that she didn't show up. Because it wasn't nothing healthy there. Everything was unhealthy there. All that stuff was unhealthy. Popcorn with the butter and stuff. No, there wasn't no sea salt. We used regular salt. Iodine. Whatever they call it. That's what they used on their popcorn. There wasn't no sea salt and what's the other, that peak salt? Himalaya. Where that come from? The Himalayas? You know? Now they had some, and they had made this lemonade. The water they used there, the only thing that was healthy was the water they used. Because it came from the Sea of Galilee. Had to, because that was the best lemonade I ever had. That water they made that lemonade with came from the Sea of Galilee. Jesus had walked on that water for them to make that lemonade.
Wow. It was that good.
It was that good. Now, if Kel wouldn't have made it,
what you mean?
Monk fruit would have been all in there. Monk fruit would have been all up in that lemonade. Wouldn't have been good at all.
Well, it wouldn't have spiked your blood sugar.
I want my blood sugar spiked. I want my blood sugar spiked. I want my diabetes to be up. You know, that's why Dorian got me on good insurance. So I can't eat the way I eat. That's why he got me on the insurance I'm on. Thank you, Dorian. Thank you. It's nothing like United Health. Nothing like United. You can eat what you want and go to the doctor and they fix it for you.
No, that's not God's plan. It's not his perfect plan, sir.
Shoot.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And what happened to your accent?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm so sorry. When I'm here at Kel's house, they live in such a rich neighborhood. You have to talk like this. If I would give you guys a tour of their home, you would be like singing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song in your head.
Stevie, you're a mess.
My voice changed. I was talking like this all the way down 98. I'm just like, yeah, and I'll be in a minute, Kel. But as closer I got, my voice changed. My voice kept changing. I said, Kel, I'm almost there. I should be there in a moment. That's the way I was talking. When you come to this house, your whole voice gonna change. It's gonna change. And see, in here, you have to talk proper.
No, you don't.
You can't talk ghetto here. I can't say words like store. I have to say the store. I'm going to the store, Kel. I'll be at the store. You ought to see they corner market here. They corner market got stuff that they ain't got down there in law. They corner market got grass fed beef. Well, I beef down there in law ain't grass fed. Theirs is healthy. All they beef is grass fed. They got the good stuff. All they vegetables is all got water spraying on them and stuff like that. On their vegetables at this corner market. Ours is just sit there in the cooler. You get it out of there. Ain't no water on there. You lucky if you get some brown stuff on there or not, but not theirs. They corner market is nice.
Oh boy, Stephen, you have tickled me today. You have blessed me as well. And I hope you have been encouraged to keep using your gift.
I am.
Dr. Peppers, that's your name from here on out.
Yeah.
So guys, the fearless princess in the book, she was afraid to try different things like swimming and riding a new bike. Stephen, learn from the fearless princess. She overcame those fears by remembering what God said about her, that she can do all things through Christ who strengthens her.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you the same thing. He's giving you a gift and a purpose to use for his glory, for his kingdom. Remember, we all have a function.
That's right.
Use your function.
Yeah.
Operating. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us here today on the Fearless Conversation. I hope that your heart has been made merry today and that you have been encouraged in some kind of way. Thank you again. Like, share, tag a friend, go back and listen to this video again. We'll see you next time on the Fearless Conversation. Peace.